Hi guys, Tony here, and welcome to the second part of the set and forget link networks that we're creating, set and forget systems for backlinking and things like that. So what we're going to cover today is the part two. Okay, so part one we created about automated YouTube link networks, and for anybody who hasn't got access to that recording, I put a link in here for automated YouTube link networks, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you this Google slide, and basically you can access it once I share it with you, and you will see throughout the slide that we've got some links that you can go and get the things that we're talking about in here when I've got a link to share with you. Okay, so just before I get really into this, let me know you can hear me okay. Robert, are you here? Let me just see. Robert is here.
Yes, I'm here now, Tony.
Brilliant. Okay, if you can just keep an eye on the questions for me, please. And I'm just going to share this link with
everybody can hear you.
Super. Okay. So I got started a little bit late, so apologies for that. I was doing a call with Todd Gross just quickly there, and kind of run over. So I'm going to put in here in the chat box the link to the Google slide. Okay, and so basically you can follow along with the slides. Okay, we have done slide 1, slide 2, and slide 3, which was the part 1. Okay, now what we're going to talk about is in part 2 is how to create high PR Web 2.0 blog networks that work on autopilot for us. And of course I'm using IFTTT to be able to do this because it's just so damn easy for us to do it, and once it's set up it will continue working for us. Okay, so basically the strategy that we're working on, that I've got my assistants working on, is to create 5 Tumblr and 5 Blogger feed strategies, pardon me, within the IFTTT backlink commando. Okay, so if I go over to IFTTT backlink commando in here, you can see what the Tumblr power feed is. The Tumblr accounts in here, this account I'm using for this particular one that I've just set up here is actually a PR5 Tumblr. Now, I did some research on this, and I was looking at the guy who's selling this. You've got a link to where to buy these, where you don't even have to go to SEO clerks, and it will save you some money. It's inside the Google slide. If you go over to the link that's in there, you will see that this guy is selling Tumblr accounts. You can get PR2 for $4, PR3 Tumblr accounts for $20, PR4 for $40, etc. Okay. Now I did some checking on this, and I actually got him to send me a list of what he's got available right now. And when I don't know if you can see this, maybe I'll just make it a little bit bigger. When you come into this Tumblr sort of PR2 section here, and it's got a PR3, we can have a look at what the page rank is, and we can have a look at what the page authority is. This is a Moz metric for page authority. Okay, so we can basically check on this. Let's just copy this, and I'll go over. I just have to Control C, and I'll go over to my Chrome, because I've got the Majestic extension in here, and we'll just see what Majestic is saying about this. This is a PR2. I haven't done this before the webinar, and Majestic is not showing anything, but when we go into Moz, it's going to be showing something about the page authority, etc. And we can check the page rank as well. Just have to wait for Moz to load here. Okay, let's go to Open Site Explorer. It's going to be quicker. And basically what we can see is we've got the page authority that goes up to about 29 with the PR2 domains, okay? And the PR3, we can find the page authority goes up to 31. So actually, if you're thinking about it, some of those PR2 sites in here, you know, for $4 are going to be far better value for you than even paying for the PR3 and the PR4 if you're looking at just the sort of Moz authority of it, okay, for the page authority via Moz. Of course, the PageRank is coming from Google, even though they're saying that they're not using PageRank anymore. I don't really believe that they've taken it completely out of their algorithm. I think that they are still using it, but just not publicly kind of updating it and stuff like that. I'd be very surprised if they have taken it out completely from the algorithm. Now, anything you see from Moz and Majestic is actually coming from third-party kind of experts, SEO kind of experts. They are not Google. They do not know. So you might well find that the PR4, PR5 will work better. But for the strategy that we're using and for the tool that we're using with IFTTT Backlink Commando and the ability to go and create hundreds of accounts, IFTTT accounts, and do these strategies, you know, time and time and time again, I think that the PR2 is good value. It's good enough for what we want to do with IFTTT Backlink Commando for just $4, okay? It's good, it's, you know, more than good enough for what we're trying to do here, okay? And essentially what we're trying to do is we are trying to create high PR blog networks. Let me just check this one quickly before I forget. You can see that one, the PR2, it's got a page authority of 30 for a PR2. I mean, it's good enough for what we want to do with our strategies. So I do suggest, if you're using these strategies, you can even just do it with Tumblr and not even worry about Blogger, then just use the PR2 and scale it up so that we can create, you know, hundreds of IFTTT accounts, and it's given us a huge amount of syndication. And what that means, that syndication, when we get this going, once we get this set up, is that anything that you upload to YouTube will get sent to Tumblr. Anything you favorite in YouTube will get sent to Tumblr, and anything you post on your main WordPress site will get posted into Tumblr as well. And then from there, Tumblr is getting some backlinks via Buffer, Digo, Digo Delicious, Facebook, etc., okay? And all of that happens in the background, and all you're doing at that point is making a post like you normally would on your WordPress site, or you're doing something in YouTube, either uploading a video or using a Tube Live events or favoriting a video, just like you normally would, and all this syndication happens in the background. So imagine you've got 10 of these, and you've got 10 sort of PR30 Tumblr accounts, all getting this backlink juice, linking back to your main content, to your money sites, okay? You can see it's very easy to create this using this particular tool, and it's really not that hard to set up 10 of these. It's super simple to set up 10 of these. Now, with the strategy that we've got in here, and you know, it's kind of similar to what we've got with the other accounts up here, but what's different is that we're able to use this RSS feed in here. Now, using the RSS feed means that we don't even have to worry about it being our own content. Now, if you've already got IFTTT Backlink Commando, or you're waiting for to be able to buy IFTTT Backlink Commando at the end of the webinar, or tomorrow when we officially launch, what you need to know is that in the OTO1 version, if you've already got backlink to IFTTT Backlink Commando, you've got the full version. What you can see here, okay, is that we've got this thing in here called Anchor Updater, okay, and this gives us the power to be able to go into every single IFTTT account every single day, and it will simply rotate the anchor text and the links in here. Okay, so that gives us a huge ability to avoid over optimization, to use generic kind of anchor text, to use branding kind of anchor text, and basically we can be a little bit more clever and really scale it up in a way that, you know, other tools are not going to be able to allow us to do unless you're paying additional costs and stuff. Once you buy this and once you've actually got it set up, you don't have any other costs associated with it. So it's really good in that way, so that it saves you time, it saves you money, and it really will save you a huge amount of frustration because you don't have to go back and do anything with it again, okay? So these kind of strategies here where we can use, for example, I might want to use an authority site's content for one of my Tumblr accounts, and that could be coming from something like Search Engine Land if it's an SEO type of blog I want to build up, okay? Or maybe I want to use Moz HQ YouTube channel whenever they upload a video, then it would kick off the syndication from there. But what's happening in here is we've got this anchor text tag. Okay, so when we put the anchor text tag in here, you're going to get just one if you got the front end version. But if we use the anchor updater, you can see that every time they upload some of their content, this is going to go through all of these one day at a time and change it every single day, and it's always going to have a link going back to your stuff. Okay, so you can see the power of that even without having to create your own content. Now, if you compare that to being able to do private blog networks, for example, where you have to go and find the expired domain, where you have to go and find the hosting, you have to hide your whois and all that kind of stuff that we do when we're doing the PBNs. You can see this is a far better, faster, quicker, less expensive way to do this because there's no additional costs once you've set it up. Okay, so that's the real power of being able to use tools like the IFTTT backlink commando with a strategy like this, even with PR2 Tumblr accounts that only cost $4 each. Then you've got a really, really powerful first tier, high PR Web 2.0 blog network building up automatically. And you're not doing anything different from what you were doing yesterday as far as you upload a video to YouTube as usual. Only this time you've got the syndication there built in, and it's probably going to take you not more than, you know, a couple hours work to be able to do that using the tool, buying the Tumblr accounts, attaching the Tumblr accounts into your IFTTT accounts and stuff like that. And it's just super simple to do. And compare that with the PBN and how long does it take to go and create the content, to get all, you know, everything else set up. And this is far, far better, cheaper, and safer way to do stuff, in my opinion, because even if you use this with just 10 Tumblr accounts, if something goes wrong, all you need to do is log into your Tumblr accounts and take the links out. Okay? Very, very simple stuff, very easy stuff. And, you know, you don't have anything to worry about like disavow tools and all that kind of stuff. Just get rid of the accounts. They cost you $4 each. Get rid of them. Start again. Simple, simple stuff. Let's see if we've got any questions right now at this stage. I'll take a quick drink.
Just for clarification, for every Tumblr account that is built, we need to build separate DL accounts and blogger accounts, Twitter accounts.
Well,
correct?
Yeah, if you're using the IFTTT backlink commando, you will be aware that we have an account creator. And basically, you can go in here, you can just choose this top one up here. It says create emails and accounts. That's going to fill in automatically the profile information. Okay, we've got that built into the software. It will just create some fake profiles and stuff. You can put a time delay in here. You can set how many IFTTT accounts you want to use. So in here I've got, for example, 25 right now. All I do is click on create the profiles. Now I know that I don't have my capture settings, so I'm not going to do that. But that will go and create 25 IFTTT accounts, okay? In all of those IFTTT accounts, you need to have these these accounts in here for Delicious, Digo, Tumblr, etc., etc. Okay? Now, once you have created these social accounts, we need to get those activated in the IFTTT account in here, okay? And the easy way to do it is you just come up here and you make sure you got these checkboxes and you click Start Setting Up IFTTT Accounts. That is going to activate inside that IFTTT account, okay? So what used to happen before we had this tool is we would go over to Fiverr.com, we would buy a couple of IFTTT accounts for $5. We wait about 3-4 days, sometimes a lot longer. We get them back, and then we can start doing the work. With this, you can have, you know, this is me just today, just playing around. You know, I've got about 15 there, and basically I'm just clicking a couple of buttons. Choose up here, how many accounts, put a time delay, click the profiles, and that's it. I'm done, okay? When it's finished, it will verify the email addresses for me as well. Then I just click on this one. It attaches them or activates them within IFTTT.com, okay? So then we can just go straight over into the strategies over here. For example, this one, we can choose the account that we want to work with. You can see the drop down of the accounts that I've created, and basically it fills in the details. You can put in an RSS feed, put in some anchor text, and basically click Start Creating Recipes. So it's taking all that hard work away and making strategies like this super, super simple and very, very, very inexpensive as well.
Just the current IFTTT backlink commando owners need to contact support to get the one-time offer version with the anchor updated. If
you've already got IFTTT backlink commando, you've already got the OTO2 version. If you bought the IFTTT backlink commando from being my subscriber before we've gone into this launch, if you fire it up, you're going to find that you've got all of this stuff in here. You know, it's always the same when I create a new tool. I give my subscribers the first offer on it at a very, very good price, and you know, they get the full version when we come into the launch, when we actually do a launch, when we're doing basically launches to get more leads and to get more customers coming in.
With the Anchor Updater, do you add a different list to rotate through for each different profile?
You can do. What I did in here, for example, I just went into my YouTube account. Okay, I took the last 100 videos I put in YouTube, and I put that in here. Okay, I know that every single one of my videos in YouTube have got a link to a money site. Okay, so basically I use YouTube like a tier 1. Okay, so if I'm getting links going to those YouTube videos and it just keeps rotating around them, then I know that basically that my YouTube videos have got links to my money site, and so really the YouTube is becoming very, very powerful tier 1. You can do it as well for deep linking into your WordPress sites and stuff like that as well. I just prefer to use this in the way that I put in here, just by putting my YouTube videos. Now for the anchor text, all I did was go over to Google Keyword Planner. I put in a seed keyword, and I took the 800 keywords that it gives me. I added them in here, and basically I got a whole bunch of generic anchor text just by searching Google. And you can see here like full article from this source for beginners, etc., etc. Just generic kind of anchor text. And that's all I've used. Okay, so we're not over optimizing when we're doing that, and it's just a simple CSV file that we're using. So let me just see if I've got it in here. I think I need to open it up. So this is basically what it looks like. You've got your one column for anchor text, the next column for anchor link, and you can put in as many as you want. Okay, so I started off putting some of my own. Then I thought, no, this is going to take too long, and I just went and grabbed from Google big list of generic, and also I went and grabbed from Google Keyword Planner a whole bunch of keywords as well. And these are just the last 100 YouTube videos that I uploaded, and I got those by using the tube research command. It's just easy to find your links and sort of download them and stuff like that in bulk, and just put in 100, 100, 100, just kept copy and paste. And basically what I'm doing now is I'm using YouTube as a tier 1. Okay.
Tony, can you explain how IFTT is the IFTT backlink commando software is different from the module in YouTube Live?
In YouTube Live Commando is basically a software that you use for creating YouTube Live events using pre-recorded videos. Okay, there is the social bookmark inside that particular account and inside that particular software as well. And basically with that you have to go and tell it what to post whenever you want to make a post on those bookmark sites. I've also included that in here as well because it's just a very, very useful tool. And I like when I'm using the tools myself that I don't have to jump about from different tools and stuff like that, or go to different websites to be able to use what I need to use. So with the social bookmark in the YouTube Live Commando, you have to manually go in, or semi-manually, you have to go into the poster there. So if I'm in here, for example, the social bookmarks, I have to go in there and put in my URL. I have to put in title, I have to put in description. I've got all my accounts in here, and basically I can start social posting. It's got different accounts in here. But with the IFTTT stuff, once you have set this up one time, you don't need to do anything else. Okay, you've finished at that point. That means whenever I upload a video to YouTube, it's always going to do this syndication. It's always going to post to Tumblr, and from Tumblr it's always going to get backlinks from Delicious Deagle, etc. It's all set and forget this way. There's nothing else to do, and you can just go and create more and more and more of them.
Can you build an IFTT network for each of your websites also?
Yeah, you can build it anywhere, for anywhere you like. I prefer I just find it much better to use the YouTube strategy. It's just the way that I use YouTube. Some people use YouTube as their kind of money URLs. I like to use YouTube to get people back onto my website because I've got opt-in forms, and I can make sales on some software that we're advertising there and things like that. It's just the way that I use it. If you're using it if you're using websites in the same way that I do, then I suggest that you consider, doing it via the YouTube method. That way, YouTube can absorb a huge amount of links anyway. When you're building that tier 1 network with the Tumblr accounts and stuff like that, yeah, you can in theory use it for your website. I just find it safer. It's better to send them all over to YouTube, and we're getting that link just passing through anyway. As far as I'm concerned, I can see a lot of rankings coming from it because it's just building backlinks to the YouTube videos all the time anyway. If you want to use it for PBNs, it could work, but you need to be careful. You just don't overdo it when you're doing it for PBNs, because when you're buying those aged domains or expired domains, they've probably got a very good backlink profile, okay? You don't want to waste that with crappy links. That's why it's important to use strategies like we got here with the Tumblr Power Feed, where we're building a really strong sort of tier 1 network, and it will work perfectly well for PBNs. And I would even consider not doing more than, definitely not more than 10, but maybe just 5 Tumblr accounts for each PBN, and it will give you some set and forget automation.
Can they create a feed from Facebook page to IFTTT?
A feed from Facebook to well, IFTTT is a website that basically uses a bunch of other websites. If I go in here, for example, this is ifttt.com. These are the websites I've got activated with my own accounts in here, or with accounts that I've created with the IFTTT backlink commando. Okay, so IFTTT itself is not a website that we kind of get links from. It's the sites inside that are working with the IFTTT are working with, that's going to be providing the links. If you want to get a feed from Facebook, there is a tool that you need to do a Google search. There's a tool that will create RSS feeds from Facebook, but you don't need to do that. You can actually just start off from Facebook, and you can say, well, for example, if I go into my recipes here, let me just show you one quickly, how it's set up manually. If I was to do something like create a recipe, and I choose this, then I can choose my Facebook fan page. That is my trigger. So the trigger is if I make a new status message on my Facebook fan page, that's my trigger. And then I can make an action. Well, make that post over to Blogger, for example, or LinkedIn, or anywhere else that you can see up here. And basically you can create the post. And this is how you set it all up manually. Now, what happens in here is that they always put in this IFTTT anchor text in here. We replace that with our own one. So, for example, I can just go and grab one that I did before and put this in here. And I can just go and take some tags that I created. I was doing some training videos before I jumped on here as well. Okay, and basically we can just create that action like that. So every time, once I click that create recipe button, that means every time I make a status update in Facebook, it's actually going to make a post to Blogger. So you can do it like that. You don't need an RSS feed. You can do that all from Facebook. But there is ways to get RSS feeds from Facebook. I'm not going to do that one, by the way. It's just an example. Back over here to my recipes. Any more questions?
Okay, John is saying that he has people that post a lot to Facebook, and he'd like to be able to do it automatically with the IFTT backlink commando. Does it work for that?
Well, the recipes I've created in here right now, we don't start anything from Facebook. We will be adding more. So, I always say if you've got suggestions, then let me know. There's nothing to stop us from doing it from any website that is connected within IFTTT, as long as it allows for what they call triggers, okay? Some websites only allow for actions. And it's kind of weird. For example, Dig. I cannot start the syndication off. I cannot do something like from YouTube, get a bookmark with Dig, but I can start the sequence off from Dig So if I make a posting dig, make it go somewhere else, for example. So some sites allow and some sites don't allow. But, you know, we can add more in here. Probably going to add another sort of 3 or 4 over the next month or 2 anyway. You know, once we've played around with them and tested them, and we can do something with Facebook for the SEO purposes from there, because fan pages we know rank very, very well. So it would be actually quite beneficial to be able to do stuff from a fan page. But what you could do, even with a strategy like this that you can see in front of you, we can get the Facebook RSS feed and make that post to Tumblr, just make Facebook post to Tumblr in here and take this one out, for example, and it would do the same kind of thing where the syndication starts from Facebook. It's not hard to do. You just have to set it up one time, and it will happen every time.
Tony, can you quickly show people how they can exchange or add a authority Tumblr account to the IFTT recipe?
Yeah. Okay. If you're in IFTTT, you got this tab up here called Channels. Okay. It's better to do it inside the browser. You can actually do it in the software as well, but much safer and better to do it in the browser. So you come over here, and basically let's go to where it says these are all the channels, and you see another tab here called Activated. Click on the one that says Activated. Go and find your Tumblr account, and basically you click on that. You can see that there's a Tumblr account added here. So what you would do then is you would edit the channel, or deactivate it actually. And then I've got the option now to activate. Now if I come down here and I take one of my, let's see, these are some PR3 Tumblr accounts I've got in here. So if I take from here, I've got enable editing. Just 1 second. For some reason it's not letting me. Okay, so I can take the login details. Let me just, I'm already logged into Tumblr in this browser. I need to go and log out. I need to get out of there, basically, before I can do a new one. Let's go to the login. And I need to go up here and get out of there. Okay, so what you can do is 2 ways you can do it. You can add it into your IFTTT, or you can just be logged into Tumblr anyway. So let's just take the URL, the login details that we found there. And we're going to take password. Copy. And we can log in. Okay, now what I can do is come back over here, and I can click on activate. Because I'm logged into that Tumblr account now, that's the one that's going to get activated. That's the one that's going to ask me to approve, hopefully. No, it's not doing that. Okay, let's put the password in, and let's put the, where am I going? Here. Take the email. Can log in. Okay, so now I should be able to activate my channel. Something went wrong there. I don't know exactly what I did wrong, but something went not right. Hold on, this Moz thing keeps popping up as well. Yeah, we can allow it now. Okay. And just basically you give it approval at that point, and it's added now. So that PR3 Tumblr account is added in there, and that's the one we're going to use. It's not hard to do. These kind of things always happen when we're doing a live webinar, and things get a little bit muddled up. But that's basically what you do. If you're logged into the Tumblr account, then when you click on activate, it's just going to activate from the account that you logged into.
Tony, I have several people that are looking for a link, and one of them is asking if you've sent out a launch email yet.
We are not officially launching until tomorrow morning, but what we're going to do is we're going to open the buy button for 60 minutes only at the end of the webinar, okay? Just for 60 minutes only, and it's giving us a chance that we can check to make sure that everything is set up properly, that, you know, the access and all that kind of stuff, and I've got the support team waiting, and just to see if there's any problems, so that when we do the official launch tomorrow morning, then, you know, we're set up and we're ready for that. Okay, so you will get the opportunity to do that in just a few minutes. So that's basically that was the step 2 of the set and forget stuff. So we still got one more step to do for the set and forget stuff that I was promising. Okay, now we called this one Google Plus Linkwheels, but you know what? When I was going in and doing this today, I was looking at it and I was thinking, I don't like the Google Plus Linkwheels strategy. I really don't like it. So what I've done in here is I put in a screenshot of a strategy 1, as I called it. I prefer this much better. Better than the Linkwheels strategy, because we've done the Linkwheels stuff before in the past, and what happens is IFTTT do the posting. What we're doing with the software is we're telling it the sort of SEO strategy to use. We're telling it the sequence of syndication to use. IFTTT do the posting. What you will find when you're doing Linkwheels, when you, for example, you upload a video on YouTube, so it makes a post on Blogger. If you make a post on Blogger, it goes and makes a post on WordPress. If you make a post on WordPress, it makes a post on Tumblr, for example. That's how we're creating the link wheel, because we're always having a link going back to the previous social account that we syndicated from, and plus you've got the video embed in every single one. Okay, so it's always going to have that link going back to YouTube, and it's always going to have a link going back to the last URL where it was posted from. That is creating link wheels, or kind of natural link wheels, because inside the YouTube embed code has to be a link to the YouTube video, otherwise it couldn't exist. Okay, so what happens then with IFTTT, it kind of multiplies the headlines as it goes through that syndication, and I just can't bring myself to do it anymore, the link wheels. So what I did is I created a couple of ways that we can do this in a better sort of way. Okay, so here what I've done is I've covered it that we can start it off from YouTube, we can start it off from WordPress by just doing some very simple stuff. Okay, actually I think that's the link wheel one. Let me just go back over here. Let's go into my recipes in here. Yeah, this one I think. No, I'm going to take from this screenshot. It's going to be easier for me. So this is one I set up just before I came in here, before we came into the webinar. And you can see here the strategy is not really in a link wheel, but it's kind of done with additional syndication, a little bit different from the power feed. So that if we start it off from YouTube or WordPress, then it's going to go over to Blogger. But this one here, the RSS feed, is very easy to set up. So if I'm in IFTTT.com, we can go to where it says My Recipes. And when you go into My Recipes, you can create a recipe. Okay. And what happens here is we can make the trigger, let's scroll down, we can make the trigger start from a feed, okay, and we can start the new feed item. Now what we need at this point is to be able to get a Google Plus RSS feed. There are some tools that do it for free, and including one that I've got here. There's other tools that will do it for free, but they will give you just like 10 maximum that you can create and stuff like that. This one is unlimited. You can just go over to my site. You will see in the free SEO tools tab up here, scroll down, you can find Google Plus RSS feed tool. You just fill in details like title, description, put a link to your money site, and you have to put in your Google Plus ID. Okay, just put it in here. It's just a string of numbers. Now if I go to my Google Plus right now, I've got a custom URL, so it's not going to show me, but usually in your Google Plus URL you've got a string of numbers, and that's what you put in here. Okay, let me just show you quickly so that people are not confused. If I go over here into Google Plus and I come over here, I go into my profile. what you will see here has got plus Anthony Hayes SEO. Okay, that will probably be a string of numbers if you do not have a custom URL. That's what you use. Okay, so that's what we put into the software tool over here to be able to get the Google Plus RSS feed. And once you fill that in, you just click on the submit button, and it's going to give you a URL like this. Okay, so that's your Google Plus RSS feed, and you can get that free and easy over there. Okay, now when you've got that, you can come back over to IFTTT and you can create your recipe from that feed. That means anything that you do with a sort of profile status update within your Google Plus, it means that basically it will get syndicated from there. Now, if we're in Google Plus, here's where the value becomes really, really good in here. When we're in Google Plus, if I click on the home section here, I can put in a link for any website or any video or anything at all in here. Okay. Now, once I put that link in here, we've got immediately a do follow link when we use this. Okay. So, for example, if I want to put in, let's just say from my YouTube channel, just grab that link over here. Okay, what I'm doing then is I'm getting a do follow link to my YouTube channel, to my homepage. Okay, and we can put some keywords and stuff in the small description. SEO training channel, something like that. Okay, and just put some additional keywords. What I find with this is the more time you spend to put some sort of what we call semantic kind of keyword descriptions in here, the better. And what I mean by semantic is we're using sort of related keyword terms. Okay, so I might do something like SEO training channel, free online SEO video tutorials. Okay, so I'm kind of packing it with related keywords. Okay, and when I share that, then that starts off the syndication. So basically we can link from any website, any link on the web. So if you've done a press release, you can put the link for the press release in here. If you have done a YouTube video, you can put it in here, and you can even upload videos as well that are not from YouTube within Google Plus as well, and you can use it like that too. I don't do it like that. It just takes too long to upload them. I'd rather just take the link, and I know that I get a do follow link, and once we've added that link, as long as you've got that set up within IFTTT in this sort of syndication strategy that I'm showing here, then what will happen then is it will make a post to Blogger, and Blogger will get bookmarked, bookmarked by Delicious and Deagle. It will make a post onto Tumblr, and then Tumblr will make some posts over to Facebook and get bookmarked by Bitly and Evernote. That way we're sort of minimizing the multiplied headlines that IFTTT tend to do. But if you're going to use strategies like this, really what we're doing with it is we're just building in fast indexing for any web page that we might want to get indexed quickly. Okay, so it can be a tier 1 link, it can be a press release, it can be just some of your most important content that you really want to get indexed quickly, and you want to get some power in there, and you want to create a sort of tier 1 to it as well. Okay, so that's the way it will work. And this way we're just making sure that we've been able to get those Blogger accounts and Tumblr accounts indexed quickly as well, because it will always come back to the Google Plus. Does that make sense? I hope so.
We've got several people expressing concern that it's all the same post on all these sites. Is that a problem?
The same post on all the sites, so you're thinking about duplicate content. Well, syndication happens, and syndication is allowed. Okay, let me show you something I've shown this many times before. If we go into YouTube, and let's just go to YouTube main homepage in here, and we choose a video, the first one I've got here. Doesn't have to be any particular video. I just click on this. Okay, now I don't want this to play, but if I click down here where it says share, okay, if you look here, YouTube is inviting you to syndicate that content. Okay, so it's not saying if you make that post on Facebook and you make that same post on Twitter and you make that same post in Google Plus, then you're creating duplicate content. Duplicate content is actually something that happens within your websites, okay, as far as I'm concerned, where you might have either deliberately or inadvertently created duplicate posts, okay? Or you might be taking someone else's content and you're posting that same content within your website, and it's in multiple categories and stuff like that. That to me is what duplicate content is, okay? I think it's a bit of a myth what people think duplicate content actually is. Here you can see clearly that Google is inviting you to syndicate your content. There isn't anything wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, okay? If it's coming from them, then you know it's good enough to
do. Diane is asking, is this the same as WP Backlink Commando, which she...
Yeah, we changed the name. Is it Diana? Yeah, we changed the name, and the reason we changed the name is because it didn't really, when we called it WP Backlink Commando, some people thought it was a WordPress plugin and tried to upload into the WordPress sites, and we just saw a lot of confusion when I was starting to add more strategies in there, so we changed the name over to IFTTT Backlink Commando. What you need to do is just download it again with the same link, and you will find it will open up as IFTTT Backlink Commando, and you will have the OTO2 version as well.
Brad is asking if IFTTT Backlink Commando works on a Mac.
No, it doesn't, unfortunately. You can use it with a VPS if you want, if you've got a VPS. But all my tools, I kind of started off with .NET because I actually bought a sort of mini software suite from someone else when I started to do softwares, and it was built on .NET, and we kind of built that up, and we had built the sort of framework to be able to use these individual tabs that you keep seeing in our softwares. They're actually plugins that fit into the suite. Okay, so we got the framework there and all these plugins, and we kind of started off that way, and it's too hard to go back now and do Mac versions because we got, you know, millions of lines of code for all these tools that we got. So unfortunately it's just for Windows unless you've got a VPS.
Okay, I've had several people asking if it works with content they've already got on their sites.
That is a good question, very, very good question. If we come back over to the software, if you got, for example, videos on YouTube, existing videos on YouTube, let me go over here to this tab. It says Channel Bookmarks. You can see here that you can put in your YouTube channel in here. So I can put in here, let me just clear this so you can see this, how it works. Okay, so I put in my channel name in here, and basically what I can do is I can load the video, and load videos, and it's going to pull up the last sort of 25 videos that I uploaded, and it's spinning and spinning. This only happens when you're doing live webinars and stuff like that. I don't know why that happens. Well, basically what is going to happen is it's going to give us a list of the last 25 videos, and I can keep loading more and loading more if you got more and more, okay? And then we just checkbox the videos that we want to get syndicated. Now in the strategies in IFTTT Backlink Commando, here it is eventually just turned up now. Now say for example I want to get these existing videos here syndicated. All I need to do is put in the username and a password for my YouTube channel, okay, that I want to favorite these from, okay? Because when we favorite, if we come back up here and look at the power feed, if we favorite a video, it will get posted to Tumblr. Okay, that's how it's done for the YouTube stuff. Now for your WordPress stuff, don't think we can do it. I don't think we can do it for previous sort of blogs that we've done in WordPress. There's no way that we can sort of kick it off. We don't have a mechanism for watch later or favorite or something like that we have got with YouTube. But what you can do is you can put links to your sort of you can deep link into your money sites. For your WordPress sites, and just say favorite some previous YouTube videos. Just put a link into the annotation or description going back to your money sites, and you will still get the links that way.
Are you going to be doing a replay of this one?
Yeah, we're recording it, I think. Did you put it onto records? Anyway, I'll probably, you know, most of the time when I'm doing this kind of stuff, I'm creating individual blog posts that we have put inside the AnthonyHayes.me site. So we break it down as well, but yeah, we should be recording this.
If you have a custom Google Plus URL, how do you get the Google Plus ID string of numbers for the Google Plus RSS URL tool?
So I was explaining earlier, if you go over to your Google Plus account and you come over here and just hover where it says home and you click on the profile, you can see I've got a custom one in here, but you will normally have a string of numbers in here, okay? And that string of numbers after the /u/ is that a 0 or O? And so after the second or third / there'll be a string of numbers here, and that's what you use, okay?
So if we edit old posts, would that work?
Again?
If you edited old posts, will that trigger IFTTT?
I'm not sure. I haven't tried it. I don't think so. I really don't think so. No, I don't think so. I'll be honest with you. The best way to do it is basically to go and favorite some previous YouTube videos, but put a link in the annotations before you do it, or in the description, whatever's quickest and easiest, and you will get links coming back to those posts.
Is there a way to spin the anchor text?
You cannot spin with IFTTT, and that's why we have the anchor text changer. Okay, that's why we built this. IFTTT will take the post or take the video that you posted on YouTube, or take your post from WordPress. It will take the complete post and post it onto wherever you've told it within IFTTT.com and the strategies that we've sort of given them for the sequence, okay? So if I've told it, you know, if I upload a new video to YouTube, then make a post on Tumblr, there is no spinning anywhere that we can do. The next best thing that we can do is what we've done here with the anchor text updater. So it's going to go in every single day on the schedule to these IFTTT accounts and change the anchor text, okay? That way we have different links every single day for any content that's been uploaded, okay? And that way we can sort of vary it up and we're not over-optimizing.
Is Instagram part of the equation with IFTTT?
No, they've got something called Instapaper in there, which I haven't really looked into, to be honest. But Instagram is not one of the sites that IFTTT are working with right now. But they do occasionally update some new sites they're working with. They added Bitly and Evernote, and they added Dig and Dailymotion. Those are kind of new since the last time we did the old Tube backlink commando tool that we did, you know, over a year ago. You know, they will continue to add, but they're not very prolific at adding new sites. So we have to work with what we've got to work with. But it's, you know, we still create some very, very powerful strategies here with the sites that we can work with.
Tony, it looks like we pretty much answered all the questions, and so
right. Okay. So what we can expect. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a blog post on that last strategy, and I'll put it in. If you go over to my site at any time, you can always get the latest blog posts and the latest training and stuff. You know, you can see in here how to create the automated YouTube link networks. If we scroll down here a little bit, you will see a whole bunch of training inside here as well. There's the one about the Tumblr power feed that we've kind of just covered a few minutes ago. Okay, what we covered in the webinar by talking about using the PR2 for $4, that isn't there, but we kind of covered that in this webinar. So I might update the videos in there. What I'll do is I'll create another video, another blog post, sorry, for the final strategy using the Google Plus stuff, okay? And I prefer just to keep this as refined as possible and don't go crazy with Linkwheels and stuff like that. I just find it really, really hard to let myself do that these days. I'd rather have nicer syndication, cleaner syndication, and we can build power that way just as easily and just as, you know, effectively. So what I'm going to do, I promised that I was going to open the buy button, you know, for 1 hour. So if I just find the sales page in here, IFTTT backlink commando, and it's going to take you through a sales funnel. So if you haven't got the sort of OTO1 and OTO2 and stuff, this is the link that we can go to. Robert, can I just switch over to your screen very, very quickly, because I've got a feeling that I've got to get into JVZoo and activate these buy buttons for 1 hour. So if I can just switch over to your screen quickly while I do that, then I can have that done in just a couple of minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So change a presenter. I think you need to do it your side. If you click that button, it says change presenter. Or show my screen, sorry, this one here.
Show my screen.
Yeah, and it should jump over to your screen.
It's not active on this side.
Okay, all right. I'll tell you what, guys, if you give me 5 minutes, can I change that? I wonder. Because I can't really log into the JVZoo account when I'm on a live webinar. I've got some important information in there. If you give me 5 minutes after we finish the webinar, I'm going to open the buy button for 60 minutes, just for 60 minutes, and then we have to close it again until tomorrow morning when the official launch starts, okay? What you will find here is that you got a really great value for the front end offer, okay? The front end will have 6 SEO strategies in here, and you can get it basically for $27 for 1 computer license and $37 for 2 computer license. I'm just wondering where that second buy button is in here.
Let's see, I can change the presenter.
You can? Yeah, okay, if you can do that, then I can quickly just fix in JVZoo.
Got it.
I don't even think this is the right sales page I've got open here.
Is everyone able to see my screen? No, they're not seeing my screen.
Let's see if Robert is still around.
Okay, it's showing my screen now, I think.
Okay. We'll just get one of the guys to go in there and quickly do that, and we can get the updated. Okay, let's see if Craig is there. I had to do a quick call with Todd Gross just before I came in, and it was one of the things I didn't get to finish off.
Several people are asking if you could go over the prices again.
Yeah, for the front end offer, it's $27 for 1 computer license and $37 for 2 computer license. And that gives you 6 SEO strategies in the account creator, okay? So you get everything you need to go and create hundreds, thousands of IFTTT accounts, and you can decide if you want a 1 computer license or 2 if you're using a virtual assistant, okay? And then the OTO1, what we've got in there is the anchor text changer and the social bookmark Commando Lite version. And the OTO2, we've added a whole bunch of SEO tools basically just for RSS mashing and RSS directory posting and stuff like that. And also we put in a new tool with the new strategy for YouTube link networks, okay? When you're using the account creator, you need to be using proxies. When you are creating your IFTTT recipes, you need to take the proxies off, you need to clear them, and everything will work perfectly well. But we've got some best practices videos inside the members area as well. Also, what I've done is I created a course yesterday. I think there's about 20 videos there. It's all about SEO, YouTube channel optimization for 2015. And it's got some great content in there, some really, really good content in there that nobody else is teaching. So that's a good bonus to get in there as well, because it really takes you through with short videos. Hold on.
Here's a good question from Kendrick. He wants to know if the software must be continually running on your computer in order for this to be working.
Well, you've got a scheduler. Okay. If I just... waiting for Craig to just basically confirm he's going to do that. If you go into the settings in IFTTT Backlink Commando, you will see the first setting basically has ability to start up IFTTT Backlink Commando when you start up Windows, and you can also have it auto schedule a checkbox as well, which will do this anchor text changing. You need to keep that auto schedule, okay? And it will change the anchor text every single day for you. If you set it to every day, you can set it for once a week or once every 5 days or once every 4 days, as often or as little as you like. Okay, so I can probably just switch back over, Robert, and I can show them that so that they're not confused. Let's just change the presenter. And here we go. Show my screen. Okay, so you can see my screen again.
There's your screen.
Okay, so in the settings, in the general settings up here, it's the second bottom one. Okay, you've got the option run IFTTT backlink commando at Windows Startup, or enable scheduled tasks. The scheduled task would be the anchor text changer. Okay, so you can enable the scheduled task to work, and that will go in and change it every single day for you, and that happens automatically without you having to do anymore. Okay, so that's how that works. Okay, so I've got a buy button. I think it should be open now. Craig should have opened it by now. If it's not, it will be there in a couple of minutes. So in the chat box, I put the link in there, and we will keep that open for 60 minutes, okay? So there's, what, 72 people on the webinar, so hopefully that will give people a chance to get in really early and take advantage of this. It's a fantastic tool, guys. Very, very, very powerful tool, just because of the set and forget nature, because of the auto syndication. You can imagine how many thousands of video embeds you can get with this as well. You know, it's just all happening on autopilot, but we've built in some good SEO strategies that we can really take advantage of, and you know, without the cost of things like traditional PBNs and stuff. It's really powerful. I'm really happy with what we've got. But as with all the softwares, it never ever stands still. We're always looking for making it better, for making new strategies, etc. And you will see it evolving over time. You know, we'll probably add another 3 or 4 strategies in here before the end of January, I would imagine. I've got a couple in mind, and somebody wants a Facebook fan page one as well, which kind of makes a lot of sense. So we will do some additional strategies in here as well and add them.
Herb is asking if there's a way to integrate IFTT backlink commando with Web 2.0 commando.
Hey, that would be powerful, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I've got some ideas, and it needs to be done very, very cleverly. I haven't kind of got around to explaining to my coder how to do it, but there is some ideas that I've got that we can do some stuff by RSS to combine the two to make some really crazy SEO stuff happen in the background. Yeah, I've got something in mind, but I don't want to say too much about it right now. When it's done, I'll tell you. But yeah, I want to.
Can you go over again what the OTO2 is?
Yeah, OTO2, basically you can get in here. Let me just come over. We've got the channel bookmarks that I showed you, where you can go and favorite, and you can also get only wire links in here. We've got pingers, we've got RSS directories, we've got some third-party indexes you can work with that you set up in your settings. Chimp Feeder mashes up some RSS feeds and stuff for you. The most important one in OTO2 by far is this one here. You put a username and password for a Google account, okay? If you've got a multi-channel account, you can load the channels. All the channels you've got within that Google account will appear in a drop down here. I can't do it because I've actually got proxies and not captures and stuff in here, and I just know it's going to be popping up everywhere if I do it, okay? Then what we can do is we can basically just put in a channel ID in here, where you've got for your main channel, okay? And basically what we can do is we can load any playlist that we've got within our channel, okay? Now, the strategy that I'm teaching, you'll see in the course in the inside, I'm teaching you a strategy that we are working with 4 main playlists for our main channel, okay? You have to create four playlists, so that when you upload a video to your main channel, that video will be added to one playlist, okay? And this is what it looks like when it's done. Let's come over. I think I've got a YouTube one over here. Let's come over here. Okay. I need to go back into the home page of this channel. Let me just find the home page here. Create a studio. view the channel. Okay, you can see here what is happening in here. We've got playlists that are called saved playlists, okay? And I've got 4 playlists which are from my main channel. This is a support channel. This is on a different Google account, okay? This one Google account has got something like 13 channels so far. Every single one has got these 4 playlists in the channel home pages. Every time I upload a video to YouTube, I'm going to add it to one of these 4 playlists. That means I'm getting an auto-updated link in every single support channel homepage, okay? And basically that's why we add the uploaded video to just one playlist, because we get the first 2 links from the last 2 videos, okay? The last 2 videos you've added to any playlist will appear in here automatically, okay? And that basically is giving us YouTube link networks all happening automatic in the background. So when you upload a video to YouTube, you save it to one of those 4 playlists. Every single support channel that you've got will auto-update and have a link, and that's, you know, that can be hundreds of YouTube channels all linking to that video that you just uploaded. So you're creating something like a link network within YouTube, which is pretty powerful. Okay, so how that works is basically Google will allow us to do up to 50 YouTube channels with one Google account. So you can imagine if you go and do 5 Google accounts, and even if you do 10 support channels in each, then you would have something like 50 YouTube channels, all the channel homepages giving links to that video that you just uploaded. Pretty powerful stuff, and it works really, really well. So that's what is in the OTO2. It just takes that strategy and makes it really, really super simple. And all we do is we just choose the 4 playlists that we're going to be working with, okay, and click on this button, Start Network Builder. And you can just simply move quickly in and out of channels, okay? You don't have to change anything once you set up the first time down here. Basically, you're just changing the channel from the drop-down that you will have here. And you can just create those link networks very quickly, very easily.
Can you explain more on the OTO? What if I've already got the social bookmark commando? Can we get the anchor text rotator on its own?
It's kind of built into the suite, and you know, I like to put some stuff in there that when I'm using this particular tool, then I've got a complete strategy in this tool, so I can just quickly move in and out. Okay, you can import your profiles from other tools that you've got with that same software. You can just simply export them to your desktop and import them in here if you want to use the same accounts. We use these tools ourselves. It's just easier to have everything in here that we could possibly need for that particular strategy that we're working with. That's why we put them into sort of multiple tools, if you like. So it's just easy for us to work with when we're doing SEO campaigns.
Would there be any advantage to using email accounts created from PBNs versus Hotmail accounts? Would the accounts last longer?
I'm guessing you're talking about when we're creating the accounts for the IFTTT, or are you talking about Gmail accounts for creating your support channels?
Yes to your first question.
We don't need to worry about that. I mean, the account creator does it all for you. You don't need to complicate it. I mean, it's really just, you choose up here, create emails and accounts. You can choose create accounts with existing emails, but you've got to go and play around and add CSV files and all that kind of stuff. If you just keep this one checkbox and tell it how many accounts to create and go and create profiles, it just goes ahead and does everything for you. It's 2 clicks and you're done. And it's just simple to move in and out like that. But you've got that option there if you really want to. I can't imagine why you would want to. But if you've got something in mind that you think that would be better, just choose that, and you have to select a file. It's a CSV file, and you just put up upload it. Actually, just reminded me I need to add an example of a CSV file to use for that. I'll get that into member area tonight or tomorrow morning.
How many one-time offers are there in the funnel?
Well, for the IFTTT backlink commando, there's two to get the entire software, as you see here. With every launch that we do, we always put in an offer for mass media SEO press releases, because it's great value, where you can get 5 press release packages every single month for $37. Which is, incredible value, because we do manual backlinking, and we're doing a whole bunch of other SEO stuff, and we're adding additional distribution. Again in the first week of January, and that particular service is just such great value, and we've seen the power of press releases and how it can work really well for us. When we did the press release SEO webinars a couple of months back, when myself and Robert did a series of webinars, and you can find those on the AnthonyHiss.me site, where you can see real traffic stats, hundreds of thousands of views to those press releases. How many was it, Robert? 633,000 for that press release you did for?
Yes, that puts on your site. It's closer to 1 million now.
Yeah, it just keeps, press releases are huge. I don't think a press release is for much more than traffic in SEO, basically. The good thing about using press releases is that you get a bunch of referring domains, okay, and often high authority domains, giving you links to wherever you're linking to from within your press release. So if you're linking to your money sites, that's giving you a huge amount of referring domains linking to that particular post that you're linking to, or that URL that you're linking to. So we always put that in as an OTO with all the launches. And what I decided to do this time was give people the opportunity for an OTO to get Web 2.0 Commando before we do the launch with it. We're probably going to do the launch for Web 2.0 Commando at the end of January, and it's not going to be anywhere near the price that you can get it for today before we do that launch, because it's becoming more and more powerful, and we're adding more features. And I said, by the second week of January, we will be putting up the price on that. So that kind of works a little bit like Rankwise or FCS, Networker, Syndwire kind of tool, but it's got a real strong SEO strategy in there as well. I've got a video on each upsell that you can see exactly what they are doing, okay? And you can see that we've got very, very unique strategies that nobody else has got, and they're very, very powerful.
We've got several people here that are asking about getting access to mass media SEO. They've already bought the software in the past, and they'd like to know if there's any way that they get in on the one-time offer.
If you go over to massmediaseo.com, we haven't put the prices up yet. The prices are going up the first week of January. When we add the new distribution. If you go over to massmediaseo.com, you can get that 5-pack for $37. So yeah, you can just jump over there and get it.
I've got one guy that's saying he's got WP Backlink Commando, and he's concerned that he's not got all the stuff for the one-time offer. Is that correct?
Just all you have to do is just go and find the link that you had for the WP Backlink Commando. Just uninstall the version you've got right now. Click on the link again. It will already have hard-coded your license key into your computer. When you have sort of reinstalled it, it will look like like this that you can see on my screen right now. Okay. With the same link, you will get the latest version of IFTTT Backlink Commando.
People are asking where they can get training for mass media. We've got a mass media blog where there's a lot of tutorials, and I'll just go ahead and put that link in the chat box. Yeah,
and we've even got a guy who does press releases for as low as $8, but he does them really, really well as far as, the SEO optimization in there as well. So there's really no excuse not to use it, because it's really powerful stuff. We know that press releases are really, really powerful for SEO. And for traffic.
I was looking at the distribution network yesterday. There's a lot of PR5, 6, and 7 sites included. Very nice looking news sites, professional newspapers, TV, stations, radio. Very good distribution. We've upgraded our networks recently. and people are getting some very good SEO. A lot of page 1 rankings I see lately.
Yeah, yeah. It will keep getting stronger, and plus we're training the team to do the manual SEO stuff as well. So we'll be using tools like Web2 Commando, IFTTT, Social Bookmark Commando. You know, these kind of tools we can use very effectively and very easily. We can use for every single press release. But what I'm excited about is what we're going to do in January with the YouTube channel for Mass Media SEO, because all this syndication stuff that we've been talking about today, that's going to be built in. So when you do a press release with Mass Media SEO and you give us a video that you want to put in your press release, we want to put that video into our YouTube channel, okay? And all that crazy syndication is going to be happening too.
There isn't anybody else doing this at all. It's going to be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
What we're offering there.
There's a few people who are trying to knock us right now, but you know, you got no idea the plans I've got. Even some stuff I couldn't even tell people because I just don't want people copying what we do. But we've got a huge amount of SEO stuff planned for that particular service. I want to make it into the best it possibly can be, and we're consistently looking for, you know, better distribution, and at the same time keep the press release service very, very affordable as well, because a lot of people, they don't want to pay $300 for 10 press releases. You know, it just seems really expensive. So we understand that because we had to pay that for years as well when we used Newswire. And, you know, when I got the opportunity to buy Mass Media SEO from Mark Olson, I jumped on it because I saw the opportunity there for us to create an affordable press release service just for normal internet marketers that wanted to do these without having without losing credits and things like that as well. You won't lose credits month after month if you don't use them up as well.
Is the second one-time offer the YouTube Live Commando software?
Not YouTube Live Commando software. We got the YouTube networks, and YouTube Live Commando software is not in launch anymore, but you can buy it if you go over to AnthonyHayes.me, and you will see in the sidebar some premium product links, and you can find it in there. But it's not at launch price.
The price on mass media is going up next week, is that right?
Yeah, we're going to be increasing it as soon as we've got that distribution sorted. Jeff is actually working on that tomorrow, I think. Once we have got that sorted, so I'm guessing the first week of January, we will have the additional 100 or so sites that we're distributing to. Yeah, we're putting the price up, not by huge amounts, but, you know, significant enough. It's not going to be $37 for 5, put it that way. Might be 47. Maybe 57, something like that. I think 47 we'll put it up to for the 5, but as it increases for 10 packs and 20 packs, then the price gets higher again.
Okay, I've got several people that are asking about the guy that writes the press releases, the service.
Sean Kelly. Sean Kelly,
right?
Yeah, Sean Kelly, S-E-A-N, Kelly. You will find him in our Facebook groups. If you go to any of our Facebook groups, just type in the name Sean Kelly, you will find him. He's coming over to Pattaya next week as well. So I might even get him on a webinar.
Okay, I just posted the link for the Mass Media Facebook group in the chat box, so anybody would like to join and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Everybody's welcome.
Okay, so I think we can probably wrap up there. Guys, if you've got any additional questions, you know, you can ask in the Facebook groups and things like that as well. We got different groups for different sort of sections of tools. Robert looks after the mass media stuff. He does a really good job over there with mass media. We've got John Curry who looks after the Web 2.0 tools, and we've got Clint doing a really good job as well with the sort of video marketing tools. So we've got 3 or 4 Facebook groups, and you're welcome to join all of them, and you can ask questions and talk to other customers in there as well. People are talking about strategies and case studies and things like that as well. And I do occasionally pop in, but I don't live in Facebook. I actually don't like being being in there, because it takes away from me doing my work and creating new strategies and stuff. And plus we do a lot of sort of regular free SEO training, free webinars. That will continue to happen. I took away the SEO Sundays that we did weekly. I just felt that we weren't, getting enough people coming in and watching, and so we will still do free training, but not as often as one a week, because I think people just get a burnout at that point. So we will continue to do it, but just less of them. But we can focus on particular strategies at every single time, like we did last year. We did press release SEO, we did YouTube SEO for 2014, etc. We'll be doing the same again this year as well. Private blog network stuff, all that kind of thing. Okay. So I think we can wrap up. Robert, thank you for helping. Guys, thanks for coming. And for anybody who bought IFTTT Backlink Commander, congratulations. You got a really powerful tool at an incredible price as well. And I hope you get the best out of it. But you're welcome to contact us at any time if you need some help. Okay. All right, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.